Hi, welcome to SpeakEasy. I kind of like Brother Al, if you want to call me Brother Al. I love being here with all of you. It seems like a couple of years ago, Maureen asked me if I could do the welcome and do the few little announcements like Maur did, and she did a wonderful job. Thank you, and when she asked me to do that, I was really humbled. Like, I remember getting up here and going, wow, I can't believe anybody would ask me to welcome members to their church. And that's a little bit how I feel today, like when she asked me if I would go over the second agreement with everybody. I'm like, wow, what an honor. I'm blessed to be in this place. And today on our journey, we're covering the 4 agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom, which is a book written by Don Miguel Ruiz. We're on the second agreement, but let's review where we are on our journey to personal freedom. Last week, we learned about the Toltec, men and women of knowledge who lived and existed in southern Mexico thousands of years ago. Their holy knowledge was passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth until Don Miguel Ruiz received guidance to bring the Toltec wisdom to the world and wrote the 4 agreements and several subsequent books, a few of which I've got back on the back table if you want to look through them. Last week we talked about the first agreement, and the first agreement is
be impeccable.
Be impeccable with your word, correct. We learned that through our words we have the power to create. Through our words we have the power to create. To use our words to say only what we mean, to avoid using words to speak against ourselves or gossip about others, and to use the power of our words in the direction of truth and love. Now, if you weren't here last week, you're all caught up. Simple, right? The second agreement is, anybody know what the second agreement that we're going to go over today is?
Don't take anything personally.
Don't take what personally?
Anything.
Don't take anything personally. How could that be? It could be because nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. I'm going to repeat that. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Even when a situation seems so personal, even if others insult you directly, it has nothing to do with you. What they say, what they do, the opinions they give are according to the agreements they have in their own minds. Let's look at some examples of how what others say and do is a projection of their own reality. First one is, I'm stopped at a stoplight. The light turns green. Before I can even step on the gas, the horn behind me is honking. Right away, I feel my heart rate go up a little bit. My cheeks get flushed. I stick my arm out the window to tell the guy behind me to get along. Did I choose to take this personally? Was the initial horn honking a projection of my reality or a projection of the driver behind me's reality? It had nothing to do with me until I took it personally. Let's look at another one. Someone tells you how wonderful you are. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. Should you take this personally?
No.
Exactly. You already know how wonderful you are. You do. You do. One more, and I'm going to get a little personal with this one. I'm going to raise the ante a little bit. I set my DVR to record the impeachment proceedings. I stay up late at night to watch it. When I go to bed, I don't sleep well, worrying about what will happen. It's ruining my life. Is all my fear bringing love to the world? Am I taking it personally? Yeah. As soon as I take it personally, the poison goes through me and I am trapped in the dream of hell. Many of us learn from an early age, this could be heaven or hell. The Eagles taught us that. The immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of this agreement. What causes me to be trapped is what the Toltec call personal importance. Personal importance, or taking things personally, is the maximum expression of selfishness because we make the assumption that everything is about me. During the period of our education or domestication, we learn to take everything personally. We are taught that we were responsible for everything. Me, 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 it's all about me. And all along what I'm doing is eating other people's emotional garbage, and then it becomes my garbage. Everything we perceive is filtered through our personal belief system. The result is that everything is a projection of our own personal reality. That is why it is so easy for humans to distort the truth. We don't have to take things personally to learn and grow from them. We don't have to take it personally to learn and grow from them. When we take things personally, then we feel offended, and our reaction is to defend our beliefs and create conflicts. We make something big out of something little because I have the need to be right. We make something big out of something little because I have the need, because we have the need to be right. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? I don't know who said that, but somebody standing right here where I am said that one time. And I always remembered it. Do I want to be right, or do I want to be happy? Your point of view is uniquely and personally your point of view. It is no one's truth but yours, formed by the agreements you have made with your life. If you choose to make these 4 new agreements, as covered in the 4 agreements, they will create enough personal power for you to change the entire system of your old agreements. When someone gets mad at us, we didn't make them mad. When we get mad at someone, they didn't make us mad. They got mad because they are afraid. If we weren't afraid, we would not get mad. If we were not afraid, we would not hate. If we were not afraid, we would not be jealous. We would not be sad. If you live without fear, if you love, there is no room left for negative emotions. As we have been taught from studying A Course in Miracles, everything is either love or a call for love. If you live in love, you will feel great. When you feel great, everything around you is good. Everything makes you happy. You love everything around you because you love yourself. It's a projection of you. You love everything around you because you love yourself. You are at peace and you are happy. You're living in a state of bliss where everything is wonderful and everything is beautiful. When you make a strong habit not to take anything personally, you avoid many upsets in your life. Your fear, anger, jealousy, and envy disappear. Even your sadness will disappear if you don't take things personally. If you make this second agreement a habit, you will find yourself living from a place of love. There is a huge amount of freedom from fear that comes to you when you don't take anything personally. The whole world can gossip about you, and if you don't take it personally, you rise above the fear and walk in love. Do you see how important this agreement is? Do you? I have a gift for you, and it's not like a regular normal gift. Most of these should be clean. And you can take one or more. And as you know, I think some of you have already seen, they're Q-tips. Q-tips, spelled Q-T-I-P. It's an acronym for Quit Taking It Personally. So you can take your Q-tip, you can put it on the dashboard to remind you not to tell the person behind you they're number one next time. You can put it next to the... Yeah. I like it. Show your Q-tip. You can put it on the windowsill so the next time there's conflict at the sink over the dishes, you don't take it personally. You have that need to be right. You can put Q-tips everywhere to remind you to quit taking it personally, right. If you keep this agreement, you can live from a place of love with your heart completely open and no one can hurt you. You can choose to follow your heart and your truth always. As you live without taking anything personally, you can be in the middle of hell and still experience inner peace and happiness. This is the agreement that opens the door to personal freedom and living in bliss. God bless you all. Thank you.